Legendary Liverpool defender Mr. Jamie Carragher believes it will be difficult for Xabi Alonso to stay at Leverkusen if indeed he does deliver the Bundesliga title. I also went on to joke a little bit that he'll try to charm Alonso during the March international break to come to Liverpool. But I do totally understand what he means when he said that it would be difficult for Alonso to stay at Leverkusen if he wins the league, because it's kind of peaked at that point, right? You've won the league, you've delivered something to the Leverkusen fans that they've never had before, which would be a Bundesliga title. Obviously, they've got the DFB Pokal and the Europa League to go through as well. But what more can he do after that at Leverkusen? Realistically, will they win a Champions League? No, I don't think they will, with all due respect to them. And he's already proved himself at that point. So, I don't know. I can't get away from the fact that the timing of the Liverpool job is key to all of this. This video is sponsored by Surfshark, the best VPN on the market. Surfshark is an app or browser extension that allows you to change your location to access websites in other countries and keep you safe and secure from hackers. Using Surfshark, we here in Ireland can access other countries' Netflix libraries or other streaming platforms like DAZN in Spain for all those important Premier League games. Surfshark keeps you safe and private by protecting everything you do online. Everything. When your device connects to the internet, all that information is, in a way, blurred out. Surfshark is particularly useful for keeping you safe from being hacked if you use public Wi-Fi. Let's say you're in a cafe, you're at college, you're out and about, they've got you covered. Surfshark allows you to use one subscription on unlimited devices, meaning you can share your account with friends or family or that neighbour who's a little bit cheap. On top of all of this, Surfshark offers a 30-day money-back guarantee. You can also upgrade to Surfshark One, which includes the VPN, an alert system for breaches related to your data, such as emails and credit cards, and an antivirus software for your desktop. Our sign-up offer gives you Surfshark VPN for a little over €2 a month, and you'll get an additional 3 months free. Simply scan the QR code on screen right now or use the link in the description and enter the code Anfield Agenda at checkout. If Jurgen hadn't announced his departure or Jurgen wasn't leaving, do I think Alonso would likely stay at Leverkusen or go to Bayern? Honestly, at that point, I don't know the man. My guess would be he'd stay at Leverkusen. I would find it very weird if I was in his shoes to go from delivering a league title and then moving to a club in the same league that you've just usurped to win that league title. It would feel like a downgrade more than anything. Now, of course, on the world stage, Bayern are a bigger club. But there's a reason why Leverkusen are winning the league title at the minute. So I never bought this idea that now, even though Tuchel's leaving in the summer, that all of a sudden Bayern's a huge headache for us. I don't think it is. I think our biggest battle is whether he leaves Leverkusen or not. If he does depart Leverkusen, I am all in on the idea that he's come to Liverpool. I can't see him making any other decision. So yeah, that's what the title's about. I want to know what you guys think. Do you agree with Jamie Carragher's assessment there, that if he does indeed win the Bundesliga title with Bayer Leverkusen, that it'll be more difficult for him to hang around and stay because he will have delivered the Holy Grail? Or do you think he'll want to finish the work he's doing there for another season or two? For me, I agree with Carragher, but I also, as I've said, say that the Liverpool job and the timing of it is important to all of this. So there was a post that I missed, let me say. Mark's brilliant, by the way. Mark is a godsend to me, mate. Thank you. Whenever I miss a post from somebody, Mark lets me know about a member chat. This one's from the boss of Blue, said, would you expect big transfers this summer? Love you. Love that, mate. Thank you so much. And right back to you. Big transfers, it's a tough one. I would expect significant funds to be available, yeah. Liverpool have been very clever and astute in their business. You know, we went from a position where we were looking at spending 115 odd million for Caicedo, then 60 odd or 50 something million for Lavia, to getting Wataru Endo for about 16, and then we went and got Ryan Gravenberch. So I think yes, like any manager coming into a squad, whoever the new manager is, hopefully Alonso will have to assess what he sees there, and it might be a bit. What I am concerned about is, will it be a chaotic summer transfer window? Because let's say we get a sporting director in the end of March and they start to work towards transfers and, of course, appointing a manager. Even if they know who the target is, if they get Alonso in, let's say, I don't know, June, you're up against the clock. Because Alonso would have to come in, assess the squad, look at pre-season, and then see what deficiencies he and his team would feel are there and look to address them. So it is a little bit concerned that I would expect probably a bit more of a hectic window than we would normally see with Liverpool. We know with Jurgen, he always, where possible, like to get his players in as early as he can. But this summer, I don't know. With the Euros as well, it feels like it could be a complicated summer. So let's wait and see. The sooner we get some clarity on the sporting director, the manager stuff, I think we can figure it all out a bit more. All the best candidates is West Ham sporting director, but I don't know what his name is. Tim Steiten. And his brother Maurice has just come on as the chief scout for West Ham as well. Now, there's also been a report in the last week or two that Tim Steiten was unhappy in his role at West Ham and that he would like a little bit more power of decision making. And obviously with David Moyes' role under consideration and he may be departing in the summer, Tim Steiten would in theory be part of the process to single out and find a replacement for David Moyes. So yeah, that's the name of the dude you're speaking about anyway, Tim Steiten. What else we got? I think Xabi has made his mind on which team he'll join next season, and we all know which club he's coming to. I agree with Cara, said Pro. I don't know if I'm there yet. I've got to say, like, if I'm giving you my honest assessment of it, I think if he leaves Leverkusen, he'll come to Liverpool. The only thing I'm unsure of is, you know, how comfortable he and his family maybe are in Germany, in the job he's in, and maybe he wants to give it a little bit longer. Ideally, I think one more year there in the Liverpool job coming up, this would have been a 100% no-brainer. I still hope it's a no-brainer. I think it's us or Leverkusen. Don't see Bayern Munich being a big problem. I know it'll be reported. I know media have to do their job. But look, let's be honest about it. We're a far more attractive proposition is probably the phrase. Come on, Craig. Alonso's not passing up Liverpool for Leverkusen. No chance. I'm trying to be respectful here, Stephen. Come on, bro. Look, I get where you're coming from, mate. And I have similar sentiments to yourself. But I don't know, he just strikes me as a very classy, fair man. And, you know, he is being treated very well at Leverkusen. Let's be honest about that. But yeah, I think it's a now or never situation for Alonso at Liverpool. I'm going to go that far. Not to trying to put pressure on the man or anything, but like, let's say somebody else comes in and does well. Well, we know Liverpool have no problem rolling over managers' jobs for 5, 6, 7, 8 years once they're continuously progressing. We've seen it with Jurgen. Before that, you know, I can count on one hand the Liverpool managers over the last few years, really, before Jurgen Klopp, or the last 10 years before Jurgen Klopp. Maybe I can count them on one hand, but you get what I'm saying. Us United before Sir Alex Ferguson's departure and what's happened there, we stick by our managers a bit more than maybe some clubs in Europe, and I would include Bayern as part of that. How many managers have they had in the last few years compared to obviously Jurgen Klopp's reign at Liverpool? If we don't get Alonso, I'd want Ruben Amorim. Well, it does look like that's also where the club are thinking. So you're on point. Well played. This comes from Miguel Delaney, who I would hold in very high regard. He said, Ruben Amorim has emerged as a potential alternative for Liverpool. Him and Xabi Alonso are said to be the main candidates for the job. So there we go. So for me, I said this earlier on in the stream, I'm always reevaluating the situation and what I think is the best fit. It's Alonso, then Amorim, and then Nagelsmann for me. But Nagelsmann it's almost me rolling the dice and giving him the benefit of the doubt, because many Liverpool fans will remember him rocking up in, want to say 2017 with Hoffenheim for a Champions League playoff, and he was a bit arrogant, a bit dismissive about Anfield and left with his tail between his legs. But he is still a very highly regarded coach. Turned down Real Madrid 5 years ago, and he's still only, 36, 37, and managing the German national team. But that contract expires after the Euro, so will be available in the summer, albeit late in the summer. So for me, yeah, it's Alonso, Amorim, and then Nagelsmann. But it's a long way from Alonso to the next candidate in my mind anyway. No, Zerbi. No, see, with Zerbi, I can't describe what I'm trying to express properly, but I just don't see him as being a Liverpool manager. I see him as being a Barcelona manager or a future Manchester City manager, maybe an Inter Milan manager, because I know he wants to go back to it. I don't know if he'd have the connection. I don't know if he would fit, if that makes sense. You know, you look at the players that have worked under him, and I said this earlier on, glowing references from the likes of Adam Lallana and others at Brighton to say that, you know, the way he explains football and thinks about it has opened up their eyes to a whole new way of playing. But I don't know, does he have the gravitas? I don't know, he just strikes me as more of a Man City, Barcelona fit than Liverpool. That's my take on Zerbi anyway.